Welcome to the Say It With Your Chest podcast, the place where real talk meets real life. I'm your host, Alicia, and if you're new here, get ready for unfiltered conversations, raw opinions, and a whole lot of truth. And if you've been rocking with me, you already know we don't sugarcoat anything over here. This is a space where we talk about everything: relationships, life lessons, trending topics, and the stuff that people are too scared to say out loud. Nothing is off limits, and every voice matters. So get comfortable, turn the volume up, and let's get into it.
Welcome back to the Say It With Your Chest podcast. Today we're talking about a story that has left the community of Coral Springs, Florida, and the entire political world in absolute shock. We're talking about a woman who was a light, a trailblazer, the first Black and Haitian American woman to sit on the Coral Springs Commission, Vice Mayor Nancy Metayer Bowen. But behind the professional success, the congressional runs, and the bright smiles on social media, there was a storm brewing in her own home. On April 1st, 2026, a welfare check turned into a crime scene that looks like something out of a horror movie. Her husband, Stephen Bowen, is now behind bars, and today we're going to look at the chess moves that led to this tragedy. Was it a snap? Was it planned? Let's get into the details. It started with silence. Nancy was supposed to be at city meetings. If you know anything about local government, you know the vice mayor just doesn't no-show without a word. When a city employee couldn't reach her, they called her husband, Stephen. Reports say his voice sounded off, suspicious enough that they called in a welfare check. When the police pulled up to that house in the 800 block of Northwest 127th Avenue, things got real fast. They saw explosive-like damage on the outside of the home. We're talking about shotgun blasts that went through the walls. The SWAT team had to breach the door. They went upstairs to the master bedroom, and what they found was devastating. Nancy was gone. She had been shot 3 times with a shotgun. But here's where it gets cold, y'all. The investigators found a pillow with burn marks on it. They believe Stephen used it as a makeshift silencer to muffle the blast so the neighbors wouldn't hear it. And it didn't stop there. Police say he had already wrapped her body in blankets and garbage bags. This just wasn't a heat of the moment mistake. These were steps to hide a soul he claimed to love. Now we have to talk about the context, because on this channel, we don't just look at the crime, we look at the why. Nancy and Stephen had been married about 3 years on paper. They were a power couple, but this family had been through hell and back. Just 3 months ago, they lost their son Joshua, and check this. Joshua was a survivor of the 2018 Marjorie Stoneman Douglas shooting. Can you imagine the trauma that kid carried? He was battling schizophrenia, and his passing left a massive hole in that house. Some are saying the grief was too much. Stephen allegedly told a relative he couldn't take it anymore. But let's keep it real. Grief is a reason to seek help, not a reason to pick up a shotgun. Nancy was grieving too. She was busy trying to serve her community and planning a run for Congress while Stephen was reportedly spiraling. So where was Stephen? He didn't stay at the house. Police used license plate readers. They're watching everything these days and tracked him down to an apartment complex in Plantation, Florida. When they got him, he didn't put up a fight. He allegedly confessed. He told them he shot her on Tuesday night. That's March 31st. And then he stayed in the house. He slept in the same house where his wife's body was wrapped in plastic. That is a level of detachment that I can't even wrap my head around. He's currently being held without bond on premeditated first-degree murder and tampering with evidence. The system is moving fast on this one because the evidence is overwhelming. Here's the chess move for today. You never truly know what's happening behind closed doors. Nancy Metayer Bowen was a woman of power, a woman of God, a woman of the people. She was literally at the height of her career, and it was taken by the person who was supposed to be her protector. We have to start taking mental health and domestic checks more seriously in our community. If a relative tells you they can't take it anymore, believe them, but get them away from people they can hurt. Nancy leaves behind a legacy of service, but she also leaves behind a warning. Rest in peace to the vice mayor. Our prayers are with her family and the city of Coral Springs. Make sure y'all hit the subscribe button and leave a comment below. What do you think about the makeshift silencer detail? Does that prove it was premeditated for you? Let's talk about it in the comments. This is Say It With Your Chest podcast, and I'm out. See you on the next one.
Also making headlines new overnight, the suspect accused in the death of the vice mayor of Coral Springs has officially been booked into jail. This is his mugshot. Stephen Bowen is the husband of the victim, Nancy Metayer Bowen. She was found dead in her home on Wednesday.
Police are looking into this as a domestic violence related incident. Local 10's Jeff Derderian is live in Fort Lauderdale with what we are learning about this case and the arrests made. Jeff.
Hey there, guys. Yeah, the husband of the vice mayor has been booked, fingerprinted, and charged. He's expected to be in bond court at some point today. As you mentioned, we're also now, new this morning, getting a look at him. Sky 10 hovers over the scene. A neighborhood turns to a crime scene Wednesday. Yellow police tape, cops, and word that the body of Nancy Metayer Bowen, the vice mayor of the city, her body inside her house.
This is being investigated as a domestic violence incident. Her husband, Stephen Bowen, is in our custody.
I don't know what's going on.
Cell phone video shows the scene about 10 miles away. Police surrounding an apartment complex in Plantation. Sources telling Local 10 this is where they nabbed the vice mayor's husband, Stephen Bowen.
From Coral Springs to here, in this particular area, is insane.
Onlookers learning about it all when the cops show up. The entire parking lot blocked off for a time. Detectives combing the area. There were some cars towed away from the scene. They could be tied to the investigation, possibly. Some neighbors in disbelief.
We looked out the window and SWAT cars, cop cars, everything just everywhere, guns drawn.
Metayer Bowen being remembered as someone who went beyond public service and served the people, always working, we're told, to try and make the city better.
There are no words that can truly capture the depth of this loss or the pain this organization and community are now dealing with.
Now, if you or someone you know is in danger, we've got a number there on the screen. You can contact the Florida Domestic Violence Hotline. Here's the number, 800-500-1119. One more time, 800-500-1119 if you or someone you know may be in danger when it comes to a relationship. Now, police say back here live that only one person is involved in this. They say it is the husband. In terms of a motive, what happened inside of that house yesterday? How did this happen and why did it happen? It's a mystery right now. Investigators are not saying anyway. We're live at the Broward Jail. Jeff Derderian, Local 10 News.
Okay, Jeff, thank you. And we know that Bowen's tragic death has shaken up the political community who worked beside her every day. Florida Congressman Jared Moskowitz posting on X that he was just with her on Saturday, describing her as a fighter for her community and that she rather was going to announce her run for Congress. Her colleague and fellow Commissioner Joshua Simmons speaking highly of her contributions. Take a listen.
She led on environmental sustainability here in the city. She led the push to get a sustainable officer, sustainable department here, joined international organizations dedicated to environmental sustainability.
Well, when she was elected in 2020, she became Coral Springs' first Black and Haitian American woman to serve on the commission. Bowen's family releasing a statement saying, quote, while many knew her as a leader and an advocate, we knew her as a sister, a daughter, and a friend whose warmth and laughter filled every room. Her legacy will live on not only in the policies that she helped shape, but in the countless lives she touched. And now condolences are pouring in for the trailblazer, from the Miami-Dade County mayor to a former Tamarack commissioner and even state representative Donnie Joseph, who says that she always showed up for the Haitian community.